Welcome to part 2 of today's video. I'm going to be jumping on the power hour in a minute and doing an hour or so of that, and then I might go and drill out that bag of seed. So yeah, lots of tractor action today. I've also got a few cows to feed a little bit later, so stay tuned and I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please remember to press that like button and subscribe if you've not already. Thanks guys. Right, so let's get started up. A big 6-2-10R. And then we're going to lift up and fold up this 5-meter power harrow. So it keeps lifting like that by pulling the lever back, and then what we have to do is get these hooks here, have to drop down, and to do that we put this lever into float like that. And then if there were ever an oil leak on the rams or anything like that, then it's mechanically locked on for the road. We're even going off road, to be honest. We're just literally going to the field at the side of the farm. Brilliant. Easiest field in the world to do. I can just go and do a bit and I'm still in the yard. Like, just every field like this would be fantastic. To have a ring-fenced farm where all your fields are just connected to the farmyard itself would just be heaven, but that's not the world I live in. Major issue with the muck spreader. So yeah, I've got a tyre firm coming out to that on Tuesday. It's just a little bit in my way at the minute. I think we can get past it. I'm sneaking past. Might be a bit more difficult with the drill, but I can move a few trailers around if I need to get into the field. So here we are coming into the field now. I'm just going to be trying to look for where I've put the tram lines in with the GPS when I've been over with the sprayer recently, just to try and get a straight line that'll be in the same line as the drill. Looks like there is one about here, I think. Just see where the wheels have been. So we'll try and go up there. So I've just set the PTO going and we're going to see how we get on. Pulling through this soil. Right, we're going to give it a check. So it looks to me like it's in way too deep. It's pulling a hell of a lot of soil, so we'll have to make a few adjustments. Could probably just lengthen the top link a little bit, but then we make adjustments on this packer roller here. So as I lift the roller, lift it up and then set the roller higher, then it means that we're not got this section in as deep. Made another adjustment and it's not actually doing anything now, so we need to find a happy medium between those two. You can see the difference. This is where I've hardly been going in. This is where the mound was. This is where it was really dragging lots and lots of soil, so we need to get in deeper than that. It's just, I don't know if anybody else, but these is like a mystery to me. So it wasn't originally in that hole. So we need to get it in a different one to make it work out. Well, that's on like a line like that. It's not as simple as just putting it in one lower along here. So I've come out. It's doing a fairly decent job now, especially when I go over with the other power harrow. It should break some of these clods down, but it's still fairly dry, you know. I mean, there's a bit of moisture in there, but very little really. It's very dusty. Now let me just show you. I've just been driving by because my dad's took the GPS out of this tractor, and look the amount I'm overlapping. Not a lot, probably 30 centimetres, something like that. But if I was using the GPS, I'd be overlapping by that much each time, not that much. And over a field, when you're doing, I don't know, maybe 100 passes up and down, it makes a hell of a difference because that uses some fuel. So my dad's come out, so we're just going to feed the pens. I got all the other cattle fed, just need to get the gates opened and do these guys. That's all the feeding done, that's ticking away with the AdBlue. I'll jump on the drill and we'll get a little bit done, make sure she's working all right. Oh, I'm into the field now. My dad's over there, he's decided to get on the power harrow. And look, I've got the drill out here. We're full of seed, we're light on the front end. Just I ain't got enough weight on the front. Well, I have, but it just always feels a bit light when you've got that full of half a ton of seed. And yeah, I'm gonna make my way down to where my dad's done, and then I'm gonna go over the top of it. I've got my RTK fix on. I've got my tram lines showing on the screen. So yeah, the tram lines this year will be exactly in the same place as they were last year, to 2 centimeters accuracy, which, you know what, that's pretty accurate. We're going to do a few things. I'm changing the PTO over to 1000 speed, and we'll just put that so that it doesn't go over 1000. Then I'm going to use the HMS Headland Management System, I think it is. It's now called iTech on John Deere. We're going to turn that on. That now means I can use these buttons here, number 1 and number 2. And when I get to the end, usually you can press a button and it lifts that up, and then you've got to turn the PTO off yourself. Well, in that mode, it'll do all that for me. So it'll lift it up and it'll turn the PTO off, and then when we come back in, it'll drop it down and it'll turn the PTO on, so that we're not putting the PTO through any stressful situations. Machinery lasts longer. It makes my life easier. Yeah, just nicer operating experience, and also with the GPS when that's steering, like that's just out of this world. Like I'll be able to edit this video and do all sorts of different bits and bobs, which never used to be able to do. Fantastic. I have forgotten to put the markers down. I don't need the markers because I've got the GPS. Sometimes I like to just use them, especially when we're just starting out, just to make sure everything's all right. But I do want to use my pre-emergence markers so I know where to drive when I come in with the sprayer. Even though I've still got RTK, so technically I don't need it. But it's always nice to just have that visual there for just the... I can use it, or I can not use it. Well, I might as well use both of them, I know. You know what I mean? Fail safe, innit? Something like that. Anyway, yeah. Old habits die hard, that kind of thing. Into the field, this metering wheel got knocked and it spun round a little bit, which has helped me out because I've just turned the PTO on, and look, we can get little piles of seed at each coulter. So these are called a coulter, and if there wasn't any seed at any of these coulters, we would be in trouble because we'd leave a stripe. So it's a nice way to see what's actually happened. Didn't really mean to do it this way, but it has helped me out just to make sure that everything's working right. As I was saying earlier, like, I think there's a little bit of moisture. I'm totally wrong, there's no moisture. There is none. Like, look at the dust coming off. Yeah. It needs some rain. After we put this in, definitely. Oh, now we're working. My dad pulling the 5 metre on the 210, me on the 6.9. And yeah, we're on it on a Sunday, keeping busy. But when I'm coming to the end of the run, I will look where I've stopped previously on my GPS screen. I press the number 2 button, which is there. It lifts her up, drops the revs down, knocks the PTO off, all in one button. I'll lift my marker up. Turn the GPS off because we don't want it to just keep steering me into the barn, because we're not going to get it very far then. Spin around, then get back in on the mark that I've left with my marker. See the mark? That's the mark. These ones here are just where my dad's gone with the power harrow. We've had a nice little introduction to our drilling season because it has started today. We're on it. We'll be planting now for the next, I don't know, couple of months or something. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of this drilling action, me in here with little else to do other than check on my machine, edit videos and try and create a little bit of content from the cab. And yeah, so I hope you've liked it. If you have, press that like button, because really, if you watch anybody's channel on YouTube, whether it be Ollie's, whether it be Tom Pemberton's, whether it be Dove Farms, they commented the other day, then make sure you press that like button, because honestly you would not believe it really helps them out. And that little subscribe button, that helps as well. So yeah, we're gonna crack on. If you ring the bell, I might do a live later, because I've been here on my Billy O'Hana, and it's nice to just chat with people and feel engaged with society. So yeah, if not, then I'll see you tomorrow and we'll do our next video. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you later.